Hello, my guys, and welcome back to Crazy with Ceeci. Today is Saturday, and it's like 30th of February, so there's really nobody in the library, just me and one other person. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot this video here because I want to read, but like, I have to shoot this video first. So, guys, without further ado, let the cruise begin. This video is just going to be on how to read both for exams and on a regular day how I read, and I'm going to be sharing my favorite study tips to you guys. So I just hope that you all are going to learn this, because I feel like this video is going to have a lot more tangible content, like things that you guys are going to be able to use and apply in your everyday lives. Okay, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite study tips right now. So I have them written down. I'm just going to tell you one by one. It's going to be okay. So now the first thing is discipline. You need to be extremely disciplined. Discipline is like one of the most important things when it comes to academic success. Yes, there are different areas that you need to be disciplined in for you to ensure your success. Like now, time waits for nobody. Okay, so today, like now that I'm outside here, I had already planned my day. Now, what does discipline have to do with this? For me to ensure that everything goes according to plan, because it's one thing to plan and it's another thing for your plans to go as planned. Okay, welcome me. So now the thing is that you have to make sure that you're disciplined. You know that you should, I'm to get up from my bed by now, so I'll be able to get ready and go out to go and read or to do something, depending on how you planned your day. Yeah, that's one area of discipline. When you now come to read, you're with your phone, obviously, because you always leave your phone. Do you come and use your phone the entire time? You have to put your phone away. Even using your phone to read or to do research, you have to like, okay, I know that I'm opening my phone. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to TikTok. I'm just going to stay where I am. So you need to be disciplined. You need to discipline yourself. Don't avoid distractions. Avoid things that are going to make you lose your plan and organization. Now, the next thing is, if possible, if you're able to have like a laptop or a tablet, iPad, any of those kind of things that is not your phone, use that to read. I would rather read with my laptop. Like I'm here on my laptop now, so I read my slides on my laptop, I read my notes on my laptop, and I use my phone when necessary for research, because I said you have to read hand in hand with external things. So if I don't understand something, you check Google, you can also ask AI, but I prefer to go to Google first. Then if I don't understand, I'll now go to AI to like break it down to give me a long explanation. Do you get? Yes. So use a laptop for the slides. I use your phone for research purposes. Or if you're doing a calculation and you don't understand, you go to YouTube and watch it. Very simple. Now, if you're not reading in a quiet place, because I know everybody enjoys reading in a quiet place and everything. So what I use, especially during exams, like I said, during exams, places where you're reading are noisy and everything. So during exams, I use my headset to listen to white music. I listen to white music during this time. So use white music or any background music that's calming. I don't say you should go and listen to Ashake, or you should listen to Burna Boy. Don't listen to music. Listen to sounds, noise, those kind of maybe classical stuff, those things, whatever interests you. But I would always advise, me personally, I use white music to read. Thank you, shout out to my siblings for teaching me that, because that's the best. Especially like last minute readings, when everybody in the room, everywhere is noisy, just put on your white music and you're in your own zone. Okay? Yeah. Then give yourself durations. What do I mean by give yourself durations? Like now, before I came here, I had already planned, okay, this is when I'm going to arrive, this is when I'm going to shoot this video. Yeah, this kind of things. But on a normal day when I'm not shooting YouTube video, I have the time that I leave my hostel, the time I'm going to arrive, the time I'm going to use my phone, because I always use my phone before I start reading. That's very good. So I know that I've fulfilled, use my phone, check all my notifications, everything. I know it's all set. Then when you're done with your phone time, you can now start reading. Then after reading, you set like milestones. When I finish reading 20 pages, I can use my phone again, because you know, this generation, we know ourselves. You just have to work based on what you can. Some people are able to go longer than that, but me personally, I do like checking my phone. I check my phone a lot, and it gives me more freedom to like, you get. I don't get, but like, you get, okay? So just have durations. After I finish reading 20 pages, I can use my phone for 5 minutes. After reading one note, I can use my phone for this minutes. So yeah, just that kind of thing. Set durations for yourself to help you to like balance everything. But it depends on the time. No, anytime. Always set durations. Always set durations. Yes. Please. Another thing in setting durations is that when you're reading, you set, oh, I'm going to read according to your reading timetable. I'm going to say how to make your reading timetable. But before we get to that, right now, today I'm going to read civil engineering materials and environmental engineering. So those are the two things I'm here to read. Now, I know that from this time to this time, I'm going to be reading environmental engineering. Once it reaches that time, wherever I stop, okay, I might encourage a bit, depending on like what time it is. This is my first time reading this semester, so it's not going to be all, because it's still third week and I haven't really done that much. I'm just doing now so that the work won't get you get me. So that's the thing. So what else from then? So just be giving yourself, make sure you work according to your plan. Make sure you work according to your plan. Because if you now come and you read only environmental engineering, that whole time that you're supposed to read into, because you're going to keep on reading over, then your timetable will just become, it's not going to work again because you're already putting. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so the next thing that you should always avoid to stress your brain. Do not be stressing your brain. Your brain needs rest, and you cannot be working. Don't just be putting things inside. You need your brain to rest. So I normally take a nap before I come to read. Like no matter how short it is, I'm very good at napping. So I can nap for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just so that my brain will not be. As if I'm reading on a weekday, I have to nap back on my mood, so my brain will still be fresh, so you can receive knowledge, receive information. Not a very tired, exhausted brain. I'm trying to force everything inside. That's not how we do things. It doesn't work that way. And if you're having headache, if you feel sleepy while reading, put your head down and sleep. Close the book and go back to hostel. Don't continue reading. You're just going to be deceiving yourself. That's deceit, because it's not going to enter your head. Okay? Except it's like even if it's last minute, I'd rather go back and rest than if we take paracetamol or a painkiller or something, and then I know that when I'm better, I hammer it down. Okay? Because you stressing your brain is not going to help it. You're just stressing. Instead of you to go and rest. Like no matter how short the brain is telling you that, Oga, don't do it again. No, I'm tired. Allow me to rest. Allow me to breathe. And you're neglecting your own brain, the thing that's supposed to be helping you. So make sure before you read, you take a nap or you take a small rest. While reading, if you notice a headache or you're sleeping, sleep. If you have a headache, please close your books and go back. Take drugs, sleep, or just sleep. If it doesn't stop after sleeping, then you can take drugs, okay? Don't be taking drugs, don't be drug dependent. Thank you. I know everybody always says that you should read in groups, but hear me out. Read by yourself, okay? Read by yourself. What do I mean by this? Very obvious. Read by yourself, please. You and the person you're reading in group with, your rate of stress assimilation or whatever, the way you understand things are not the same. So the way this person might be faster in learning, but two of you might not just be using the same. You might not be compatible with the same reading method. The way this person reads might not be the same way your own brain accepts information. So always research all these things. Please go to Study Talk. Watch. I'm going to tell you my 2 favorite reading studying techniques. I'm going to talk about it. So yeah, that's what I can say. Read by yourself. If you have questions, come meet people to explain to you. Meet your lecturers. Me, as I said earlier, I meet everybody. Meet your lecturers. I meet my lecturers. I'll tell them, excuse me, sir, always be very polite. Please, as a student, you should not be having problems with your lecturers. Please, very important. And always greet your lecturers. Whether you'll see them wherever please always greet your lecturers. Please, it gives you a more gives you a good name. It's just being good, you're just a good person. So just always greet your lecturers. They take this thing seriously. Please. So yeah, just meet your lecturers, meet somebody who understands it, and they'll explain to you. And then later on in life, when you've read and understood too, an extent, you can now come and revise in groups, revise with other people. But for you to just go, the first order of business is to read in a group. You might have distractions, maybe except your group is not distracting, or you yourself, you're not susceptible to distraction. But you see, me as somebody, I'll distract both of us, not intentionally, but like, that's just how it is. I'll just end up disturbing both of us. So please, maybe it's just me. Am I the problem? I'm not the problem. I'm just telling you what I do. These are my own tips. Me, Cecilia, this is my tips for you. Make your jots in your own terms. You know how it's okay. So how I read is that I extract the importance points for my lecturer's notes. So while doing this, I do it hand in hand with either their own notes or external textbooks. Or like online research. I said research, external sources, because your lecturer's notes can always be comprehensive. Like some of my lecturers, like let's say survey now, you don't know what's they were writing in their notes, because when you're making your jots, like now I have my notes, this is my notebook. This is for jots. So all my jots are inside my jotter. And now my jots do not contain word for word exactly what the lecturer said. I put it in the way I understand what the lecturer says. Okay, that's what I'm going to write in my jotter. But if I don't understand it, like how the lecturer put it, like there isn't too many complex words for me, please, I cannot kill myself. A definition is a definition. Okay? Except all these laws and very precise things, please follow what your lecturer said. Please, I know that it's not you what the lecturer said. If your lecturer is the kind of person you've heard from what your senior said, but this lecturer, you have to say word for word. Please write word for word. Okay? But if it's a normal lecturer, because normal lecturer should be welcoming to new knowledge, to fresh knowledge, not just quoting word by word, because that's not the complete learning process. Okay, so those are my favorite study tips for you. Okay guys, this is how to read. So in how to read, I'm going to be breaking it down into 2 sections. This first section is going to be how I read on a normal day and how I read during exam period. So on a normal day, the first thing is, as you come to where you are, you pray. Okay? You always commit God into everything that you do. So you come and you pray. You say, God, please grant me understanding. God, thank you for all that you've done for me. Tell God, today I want to achieve this. Please take me away from distractions, all those kind of prayers. I'm not going to give you your prayer points, but you should know your prayer points, okay? So now you plan to read. You plan everything. I already planned the time I'm coming out, this time I'm starting to read. I already said that initially. Then you make a timetable for a week. I always make my timetable every weekend, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, any of them. I don't make long timetable except when when I know I've not covered that much and I need to have like let's say 2 weeks. I don't think I do more than 2 weeks. When exam timetable has come out, for that one, because I already see the timetable and I'm not having classes, so there's no extra assignments or project presentations that I can use. But on a normal school day, on the normal school period, please let your timetables be weekly, because you can make 2 weeks and now a lecturer gives you a presentation that you have to do a project, you have something that you have to do that just came out of nowhere that week, so you have to just make it weekly. That's more advisable. That's more than you can be making a new one every Now, how do you make a timetable? My timetable is split into 3 sections: day, night, other. Day is any time from morning to afternoon. Night is any time from evening to night. Then other is anything I can do if I've finished my day and night and I'm in a hostel, or I finished my day and night and I'm still where I'm reading. So I can always put this in. What is always included in the other for me is my ICT, because ICT is like something I can do, but the side is not the 1 unit course. I cannot put my 1 unit course with the big guys that's turn my head. So my ICT is in others, except but I think this particular semester my ICT is going to be like theoretical. Normally my ICT is practical. So also my practical courses go in my other. That's then TD, all these Aki work, those stuff. So all those kind of practicals, they all go into my others. Now, things to always note, things to note. The courses that should appear more on your timetable. Number one, your 3 unit courses. Number two, your bulky courses. Bulky courses, that means the notes your lecturer is sending you something pages per PDF. Please don't let that one pile up. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself, because how would you want to complete 600 and something pages of notes in 1 week when exam is coming? Please don't do that. So bulky courses, difficult courses to understand, courses that even you might be short, like now let's say my design of concrete structures, when they reach time for exams, I noticed that this course was just like the notes for the course were just 1 page, but the calculations, the amount of knowledge you need, like you need to understand the code, everything, like that's a difficult course to understand, but the things are not plenty. So those are the 3 things, those courses that fall in these 3 places should appear more. Okay, now you can also put 2 courses in a particular time. I do that sometimes. So I'm going to attach a picture of my last semester timetable somewhere, because I haven't really made the one for now. They said I'm making my YouTube video, then I will read. Yeah, so now the next thing is the number of hours you read. Me personally, I read 0 to 4 hours on weekdays, and I read 5 to 7 hours on weekends, because weekends are more free for me to be reading, because sometimes my classes end very late and it's not me that's going to be coming out at night on a regular day, except it's during exams time when I have to start worrying about this kind of things. Okay, so that's that. What else? Yeah, I've said that. So just people have different times. I know people that read 5 hours, 8 hours per day. That's not me. Can't do that. You just have to be very effective in your study. That's one way to teach you how to be effective in your study. Okay, because you do not need to be reading that long. You don't need to be reading. If you space your reading and you're able to cover up much in the time, I'm pretty sure, except you're like a medical student or a law student, I feel like you guys have more things to do. Like, yeah, that's a lot. So please be reading your books if you're a law or medical student. This is any course, but those 2 are, they have a lot of weights, they carry a lot of weights. I read my notes and explain it to myself. I talk to myself. You see me, I look like a mad person, like how I look right now, recording this video in the library. Anyways, I explain it to myself, like I explain it to myself, like I'm teaching myself. I teach myself, I teach myself, because what I learn in class is like, let's say 20% of my entire everything. I don't really learn that much in class. I do learn, that's why you need to go to class, to get like the foundation, to get what like the lecturer is saying, like those kind of things. So yeah, I also relate it to real life experiences. That's a good course, it's like a practical course. Maybe there's some courses, but I feel like every course, since you're applying it in real life, like you're going to be applying it in real life. So always try your best to like explain it to yourself in real life scenarios, real life applications. That's what I do. So I'm like, when I'm driving, and then like, that's just a elevation while I'm driving, and then the car gets, sometimes that's more the sharp turns, and I'm like, okay, that's what you need. And I'm like, relating theory to practical. That really helps a lot, because just reading words, it's not going to, your brain is not going to really comprehend that. But if you break it down to the lists of what you can, I'm pretty sure that's all you need. That's literally all you need. Okay, so write everything in my journal. Write everything, as I already said that. So write it in my journal, all the points, everything. When I read, I ask myself all the possible questions. Like, you see when you see your notes, I don't know, I'm not sure if everybody that can do it, but I feel like there's a way you read your notes here, and you know that this question, like this particular thing I'm reading, the lecturer is going to set it, or there's something, a blind spot, all those blind spots, the things that seem very difficult when the lecturer stresses in class, those things have to be in your head. Anything, because there's a way when you're reading your notes, you have to, you're not just reading, you're reading like both to pass exams and to understand for your future applications. So for reading for exams now, you have to, like, as you're reading on a regular day, you're should I say your comprehension or how you're reading it, you should be like, oh, this is how they can set a question about this thing. Because there's some lectures that are not straightforward in their questions. There are some very complicated, so you think of the worst possible outcome. What kind of questions can be set from this? You should be able to, your job should be able to, contain all those kind of things. Just everything about that. You take a break, as I said, always take a break. I take a break, I take breaks. I'm the master of taking breaks because I can't take myself. My parents will not be happy if I die because of reading. If I fall sick because of reading. So please, always take a break. It's not a do or die affair. Okay, it might seem to people like, at the end of the day, it really isn't. It really isn't, okay? Then you repeat. You just repeat everything I just said. Take a break. You do this, do that. So that's how you read on a regular day. And then you're done. You go back to your hostel, eat your food, you watch your K-drama, and you live your life. Simple. Very simple, okay? Now, how to read for exams. If you have already followed the steps in reading on a regular day, by your exams, you should have let's say 75% knowledge on each of those your courses. So all you need to do is to go back on it, because trust me, this thing I'm about to read on third week of resumption, everything is not going to be in my head by the week to exams. You're going to leave, but you're going to be learning new things. There's still so many things. This is just the first week. So imagine in the 12th week, so I'll still go back home for Christmas break. Okay, there's no possible way I would understand and remember everything. So during exams, you have to start from let's say 3 weeks before. Now you see those 3 weeks before your exam begin. That's one of the most crucial points in your semester. That's a very crucial point. You have to utilize those weeks very well. You have to finish up anything that you've not finished up, or the courses that meet people, because there are many people that might not have time during exam time. There's some people that read better during last minutes. For me, I don't recommend it, because me during exams, I prefer to be watching my K-drama and not having this exam tension. Just be reading. Please be reading. I must say I watch K-drama the entire time. I know how I manage my time to always have time, because when people are running, you can just be working on your own time. That's the beauty of all these things. The beauty of doing things ahead of time. You don't have to be rushing. It's not a difficult affair for you, because you already have foundation. You're not looking for foundation the day before exams. Okay? So I already have these notes, but they're not in my head. So I have to reread it alongside the lecturer's notes. I read the lecturer's notes first. I read it very detailed, very, very intensely, because I'm just a girl. I'm just a student. I might overlook something as, they've not said this is not important. I don't really need to know. This is just the lecturer yapping in the notes. And you might not be, so you have to go through the notes, because my notes are short. They're like points, key points. I'm not explaining. Sometimes I explain, but I'm not really explaining. So I need to read the lecturer's notes and learn again how the lecturer explained it, how I will explain it, because they're not tell you to state. Please give you explain. You need to show the lecturer you've read. That's one of the things that they like. You need to show them that you've read your book. Give it to them back to back, okay? Except they tell you to list, or the lecturer comes to the call and tells you you're supposed to just list. Please explain. Please don't take chances. It's better for you to explain, and you don't need that for you to leave it like that and you're meant to explain. These lectures are very tricky in setting their questions, and they do that purposely. So please be your own. I don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you just have to read your notes alongside your lecturer's notes. As you read your notes, you go back, you look okay, this is how this was explained in the notes and everything. Just need to know that. Now, I'm going to explain to you 2 study methods: the Freeman's method and the active recall overworking method. So now, if you want to know more about this, you can go to Study Talk, or I've been seeing it around, and I said, let me check out what these methods are, because I usually like doing research for anything basically I do. Now, the research from this, so Freeman's method, is about teaching, you have explain it to explain it to a child in the lowest form possible. You're literally teaching the notes. As I said, I already teach myself my notes, but during exams now, what I do is that I actually ask my friends or anybody who needs help, especially in these calculation courses. Now, what do? I teach the person based on what I have learned. Now, in doing this, if I hang, because my guy used to hang on, if I eventually hang somewhere, we can both figure out a solution point that you made a mistake. When you're in the exam hall, you not make the same mistake. And that's one of the beautiful things about this stuff. So you don't have to maybe if you can share, you teach somebody or you teach yourself, you just have to break it down to least term possible. Like you're explaining it to a child. Okay? That's what freelance method literally is. So that's how I apply freelance method in my reading. Now, for the active recall of blurting, I wasn't able to really find the exact difference between these two. Blurting is basically you, as you're reading, you give yourself, let's say, okay, in 15 minutes, I'm going to read this, I'm going to skim through my notes and everything. Now, from this topic, I'm going to get a piece of paper or a board or anything, any writing material or writing surface, then write everything you can remember by yourself. Everything you can remember about this course, or this topic rather. Everything you remember about this topic, just write it down in the simplest forms. But let's say, this is this, the types of this, under this we have this and this. This can be just write everything everything you can remember about that topic, and then when you're done, you now check with your notes and you use a different ink to write what you've forgotten. Then you do this again and again. Do I do this? Kind of. But the way I do it is that I say it. I don't write it down because I don't have that time and patience. So I usually say it out. I blot out in my mind. So active recall. I'm not really sure, but I feel like that's the same thing because I didn't really spot any major difference between both of them. Revising a group and everything, you can go through past questions, you can go through your notes, you can ask yourself questions, just understand each thing together. Especially doing calculations, you can calculate together, explain to each other. There's a lot that can be done. You all can do that together. That's literally one of the best things about this investment to do a group revision to me. So that's everything I have to share for you today, and I hope this video was really helpful to each and every one of you. So thank you for watching. Thank you for reaching this point. Whatever you want, whatever academic goal or milestone you're trying to reach, I hope you reach there. In Jesus' name, amen. I hope you remember to always commit God into everything you do. I hope you remember to be very disciplined in your study. Where's the goal? For whatever goal you're working at. I really hope you are able to reach it. And I hope this video was a path or a ladder, a step. Was a step in your success. Okay, so I remain Ceeci, your favorite host. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and share my video to your friends, share my video to everybody. Thank you so much.